Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer to answering that question. I am your humble lore master, Don Marshall. Around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hi,
Hello.
internet friends.
Joining us for, I think, our sixth, maybe seventh, I don't know, we just got back from the holiday and I've lost track, is our guest, Charlotte Kavatica, the Spider Queen herself. Charlotte, thank you so much for...
I think I just live here now.
Guest.
Yes, forever.
Yeah.
She's one of us.
Yeah.
Season regular.
And I keep getting texts from Max very randomly that are like, I love that you're with us forever now. And I'm like, oh.
Not in the
Hey,
game.
okay.
Just in general.
Beery is
You're
just
I'm
me.
so sorry. You're a hostage now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We made the hostage joke like 3 episodes ago, though, Tori.
Yeah, I've been fully assimilated and I'm happy about it.
Yay.
Oh, okay. As always, we start the show with some announcements. If you ever want to see Charlotte again, please send $500,000 to. Sorry, wrong Google Doc.
No, keep going.
All right. Thank you so much to our sponsors who hopefully haven't seen this particular intro. Free League Publishing, thank you for sending us the One Ring TTRPG so that we could play in a more fleshed out version of Middle Earth. If you would like to get your own copy and play in Middle Earth, whether it is the bundle, the starter set, the core rulebook, the dice, the maps, just go to freeleaguepublishing.com. You can also go to therookandtheraven.com for all of your TTRPG note-taking needs. Last episode, Tori, you took 7 pages of notes from roughly 2,000 words of my unnecessary exposition and character development. And it looks great. Are there charts and diagrams, or do you just scribble everything?
Oh,
half-half?
it's scribbled. There's
If you turn-
arrows connecting later things. There's stars around things that I think are important.
Mhm.
It's there's no sense to it, but it's
And
there.
that's the way we like it.
If Tori's camera spins around, there's gonna be there's papers and the red string between them all.
Reds.
It's
Yeah.
your Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Sylvia, yeah.
Yeah.
it's the-
Carol. There is no sorry, that's for you Gen Z folks, that's an It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference. Go watch it. It's like Friends
Just
if they
that
were all
episode.
terrible people. Yes. Okay.
Watch it, it's good.
It's wonderful. You can also get merchandise at the link in my bio, Don Marshall 72's store.com for your Unpredicted Party merch. We might have Flubberworm merch. I haven't actually talked to my art people. But we're getting there. We're
You
getting
need
there.
to get on that, buddy.
They're wearing
And
me
if you
down,
forget
honestly.
that link, Facebook will apparently tell you about it.
Oh, well, yeah, my merch team, how do I say this without humble brag? So y'all have been very, very nice in the buying of merchandise, also Unpredicted Party merchandise looped in with all of that. They're like, hey, we want to advertise you to people.
He's
that
a rich
might
bitch. That's what he's trying to say.
I am actively working to abolish capitalism with that money, though. So if that makes it any better, right?
Once he gets his, he's going to pull the rope up behind him and nobody else.
No, Charlotte, it's going to trickle down.
It's like a
I'm
Wizard
just-
of Oz.
Oh, yeah, it's going to trickle down to the rest of everybody.
Emphasis on trickle.
oh.
There's going to be no cascading waterfalls in this business. It's just going to be.
It's just going to be him peeing on us from
here are, your
above.
here are your rations.
Great
What's the view
start.
up? What's the view
Great
like up
start.
there, Don?
Sorry, Charlotte, what'd you say?
I said, what's the view like up there at the top of Mount Doom?
Hot. Anyway,
I hate you.
we also have a few others that we want to thank. Special thanks to the incredible artist for this stream, Sarah M. Shunky. You can find her at Sarah M. Shunky on Instagram. The battle maps are done by Littlewit the Cartographer. You can find his services on Facebook. The music has been crafted by Cullen Vance. You can stream all of his music on Spotify, Bandcamp, and iTunes. And you can also go to his website, Cullen Vance Creative, to stream all of it and buy it directly and give the man money. Finally, a very special thank you to my wife. She goes by Nat20Wife on TikTok. She has started CrossFit, and we have started going to the gym for our New Year's resolutions and such. And I need all of the support I can get because
I can't support you doing CrossFit.
That's fair.
I can't let you be a CrossFit bro.
Oh, Charlotte.
I can't
Charlotte.
I can't let you do this. You have to be stopped. I'm sorry.
I've heard this like CrossFit for years. I still don't know entirely what it is. Like what
Me
it
neither.
entails.
I've seen
heard
them
it all the
rolling
time.
tires down the street.
I've
That's
seen
all
it-
I know.
I've seen people like the only thing I've seen is a meme of someone who's like put themselves in like a cross using like the like gym bands and being like going back and forth, being like, this is CrossFit. And I was like, I don't think it is, but I mean it's
all of it's CrossFit.
yeah.
Anything can be CrossFit.
Anything's well.
This is
guess.
CrossFit. This is CrossFit.
This is CrossFit
Okay.
right
Welcome
here.
to CrossFit.
No, I'm out.
It's like next
Won't be part of
episode. We're
this.
now sponsored by CrossFit.
Oh,
All right. Without any further ado, is everybody ready to go?
Yes.
I guess.
Now that we've talked about two of the most disturbing things we possibly could.
I'm gonna cut the Mr. Blobby stuff. I'm cutting the Mr.
Blob
Blobby
man
stuff.
and douche bros. Let's
Let's do it.
Let's go. And welcome back. When we last left off, our adventuring party had been given just this huge information dump in a way that was very much a tell, don't show, kind of going against every stereotypical kind of character development sort of deal. But you know what? Sometimes the writers just get a little bit lazy and can't figure out how to properly introduce it. So they just kind of have to lore dump on you because the stream and the TTRPG didn't quite go the way you expected. Thankfully, we've got
It was
at
a
least
bottle episode. It was fine.
It was great. It was
it
perfect.
goes against every storytelling rule book, but there you go.
No, what are you talking about? Look at all this stuff we have now.
That's true. We have a
We
lot
can
of
make
stuff. We
so
have a lot
many
of
good plans.
Yeah,
The
we have-
lore, you guys.
But
The
are we?
lore.
Well, when have we made a plan? When have we made a plan once in this whole entire thing?
This is going to
That's a
be
good
our
point.
first time, and it'll
Our
be
first
fine.
plan?
That reminds me of we were rewatching the Harry Potter movies because we fall asleep to the Harry Potter movies, and there's that one in Deathly Hallows Part 2, I think, where they've just emerged from the bank, and Hermione's like, okay, now here's what we got to do. We got to follow the plan. And Harry's like pulling on his clothes, and he's like, Hermione, when have our plans ever worked? We're just gonna
Mhm.
storm in there. We plan, and then it all goes pear-shaped.
Yep.
We're gonna go in there, guns blazing.
All
We're gonna
right.
try.
If seat of
Well-
the pants was an art form.
Yes, that's true.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, technically, guns don't exist yet in Middle Earth, but of course, the
Yet.
technology options are there. Yet, we shall see.
Big yet.
We will pick things up towards the end of that evening. Once you have had all of this information dumped upon you, you found out from one of the captains of Gondor that Faramir, Prince Imrahil, many of the other warriors sent away all of the wounded because they were worried the city was about to be besieged. As of now, they haven't heard any word since. You learned from Gubol from the Haradrim there was a stampede of the Oilifants. Many were heading at least towards the direction of Mordor from his homeland. There are still many of the Haradrim within this caravan. Many are wounded, though, but they were warriors because many were in Mordor. You learned from the Corsairs that giant sea creatures attacked their boats. They had to flee to land as they were on their way to Mordor, met up with the caravan in an attempt to kind of save themselves. The Easterling, that was Kiktar of the Wayne Riders, has about 3,000-ish troops with her from the Easterling area. They have all fled Mordor, also part of this caravan. You also heard from the rider that Theoden in Rohan, Theoden is dead. Eomer is dead. No one has seen King Theodred, assumed he is dead as well. Grima is king, and Eowyn is engaged to him. So we will pick things up right about there as you all discuss what to do next. And just as a sort of off-camera moment, you all did decide, Zach's official words were behead the snake, as you sort of decided to make your way to Rohan, sort of not really being able to help these people right away, other than the supplies, Tariel, that you had sent a couple of, or a day before. So
And we're still awaiting those, right? We're still a few
yes,
days out at least
yeah,
from them arriving.
you're at least 3 days out from that. Yeah.
Okay, so now we've emerged from this series of conferences, and there are folks eyeing our horses and such.
Yeah. The elves that you took into the camp with you, because you left a few behind because Gollum exists, and so he's not with you all. I'd say it's the 4 of you and the 3 other elves that you brought with you. You've been offered at least a space to occupy before you begin your journey. You 4, though, would notice that as you are being brought out into this sort of like more general area, but still off to the sides, so you don't like attract too much attention, there are a couple of glances from various peoples eyeing the horses, because what you see around you there are horses still there, but there's also, they're donkeys and mules and goats, and they're not looking all terribly healthy. Like, they've been on the road for a while. A lot of them are malnourished, and there's some folks making some eyes at your horses. So we are going to pick things up as the 4 of you plus the 3 others that are, sort of just attending to Tariel and making their own conversation as the 4 of you talk, sitting around one of the campfires, off a ways from everyone else, but still generally within the direction of the caravan. I'll let you all begin as you will.
Before anyone can steal or eat my horse, I'm gonna just like put all my some blades and some various things and just really slowly sheath the daggers that I have, Aglos, spear, just looking at everyone like, hey, you want to try it? You want to try it? Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone?
I'd also say the 3 guards, or the 3 elves that you brought with you are more or less keeping watch as the 4 of you convene.
And is Gollum with us, or
Gollum is not with you. Gollum is with you. You traveled with a group of roughly a dozen elves or so.
Okay.
You kept Gollum back just because if you brought Gollum into the camp, who knows what would have happened. So you did not bring him in.
Okay.
Wise.
Okay.
I'd like to leave this caravan soon, and get going as soon as possible. Just because we can do nothing to help these people right now. We've done what we can, and it's kind of depressing. So we should probably get going.
Yeah. And also, the amount of news that we've got, that was a whirlwind of just awful. Hated every minute of that.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
real bad. I feel like we need a bottle of wine.
I think was just thinking the same thing. We need some drink. Yeah.
It's me and you, buddy.
Let's go get some alcohol because I'm not doing this trip sober.
So I will remind each of you, you got 2 bottles of wine apiece from Thranduil, and
but that's separate. That's separate wine. We're with Tariel now. We need Tariel wine.
You also have the Tariel wine. Tariel.
Yeah, Tariel is looking a little shell-shocked from all of this as well. And is sort of just taking it all in as she makes her way back to her tent that's been, I assume, getting set up by some of her attendants while all of these meetings have been going on. And she doesn't take her knives out quite as overtly, but she's ready for them as she walks by folks, and sort of hearing this conversation behind her about wine, she sort of just grim-facedly makes her way through the throng of people, maybe occasionally stopping to murmur an order to this elf or that one as they get to where they're camped.
What time is it right now?
I'd say it's approaching sunset.
Sunset. Okay.
Feels right.
Is it too? So it's too. Is it too? Is it too late for dinner?
I'd say you could eat. I will just say, as Dawn, no insight checks needed. You would probably get the sense that if you pulled out anything other than bread, it would be way more noticeable.
Yeah.
A lembut like the one, Zach, you actually have some
I
lembus
do.
bread with you.
I have.
Oh yeah,
some
what does it look like?
I'm eating some. I'm eating some lembus bread right now,
Beautiful.
which Hannah made me. So
Lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say if you pulled out anything other than lembus bread right now, it would be a bit difficult.
Okay.
Tariel look. Oh no, I was gonna say she'll look back over her shoulder at the others and say, "Stay close to me. We'll be provisioned shortly."
Oh yeah, and no worries. In the kind of dream brain one, we should like get away. I mean, just we need to regroup. I feel like we need like a moral regroup.
Yes.
I think so. Maybe
should
some
like
long bottom
scout
leaf
ahead
as
and
well.
find us a spot.
Tariel is a little skeptical about the long bottom leaf thing, but also seems to sort of think, no. Yeah.
There's some,
but seems to be for this plan.
There's in Isengard.
There's some long bottom leaf in Isengard. If you
priorities, it's true.
How fast do you think you can make it? No, anyway. All right. So is the general consensus you want to sort of casually make your way out from the caravan and Irish goodbye this and leave without saying farewells or anything and just
well, we're adjacent to them, right?
Adjacent.
We're not
you're
encamped in
a planetary camp.
Sure.
Correct. An orbiting camp.
Okay.
Like
The thought of me and Beery going to Isengard to get Longbottom Leaf feels like the Middle Earth version of Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so true.
That was
Don,
perfect.
did you introduce the main cast at the beginning?
Yeah. We all say hello.
They know who you are.
Okay,
at
I
this
don't know. I
point.
just realized like
no,
for a given episode, don't you have to like
we've got the Brit, the blacksmith, the horse girl, and the spider queen. So
great. Okay, let's go.
Nailed it.
Tell me I'm wrong, Tori.
All right, listen.
Let's go party.
I dropped my pencil. 1 second.
All right, you guys make your way away from the camp to the point where you feel safe, and the camp is pitched, or the tent is pitched. The wine is brought out, and you four have a relatively private area to chat.
Yeah, Beery's gonna grab the nearest wine bottle, pull the cork out, spit it into the campfire, and take a swig. He's learned to like take it a little easy. He's not taking it easy tonight. That was a heap of bad news, and he's not dealing with it great.
Okay, as previously stated, Beery, I need you to make me an awareness check for your elven wine consumption.
I just added to it too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, his tolerance is going.
Yeah. It's been a rough couple of months.
It's been a
this little party.
I hit it exactly.
Yeah.
11.
She said.
Oh.
All right, Beery. You've had elven wine a few times now. You know exactly what to expect. You take just the right amount. You're not going to be rolling with ill favor, but you're feeling nice.
Perfect.
Elves?
He's gonna spin around to the others. I've got a great idea. I feel like we should play a game. I'll be right
What
back.
sort of game?
And he takes the wine bottle with
Oh.
him, and he's gonna go off into the woods.
Beery, okay.
Tariel turns to the others. Tariel turns to the others and Cinder and says, "Does he do this often?"
Yes.
Drink? Yes.
No, the game.
Oh no.
Is this really the
relatively new.
time?
Yes,
Yes.
I think so.
Any.
I think.
I will remind the two elves that the last time the three of you played a game was stealing the silverware in episode 1 from right underneath the elves' eyes.
Yep.
Bilbo and Beery failed miserably, but the two elves successfully grabbed it. So they would be aware of the antics of Beery and his games. Beery, do you need to Max? Do you and I need to talk or set up anything?
No, he eventually comes back, he trips on like a log a little bit and comes in. And he comes back with 4 identical sticks in his hand. All right. Are you ready for a game?
I'm ready for a game.
Okay. And he hands the bottle to Hal.
Mhm.
It's very simple.
Okay.
Extremely simple. And you just take a stick. The longest one wins. The shortest one loses. And the long one gets to ask a question, and the short one gets asked a question. I feel like we should know each other better if we're all just gonna perish.
Well,
Wow.
Wow,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're not. We're heroes. We're all heroes, and we're gonna do great. And
So
gonna
we're
play
doing
the-
Truth or Dare Middle Earth edition.
Yes, exactly.
I love this.
Wow.
Mhm.
If this is all
Okay.
this episode is, then I
Well,
let's go,
I-
bitch.
I'm just
So-
gonna star this plan idea for later. we'll just get back to it.
All right. So Don, the way I imagine this happening, and
Uh-huh.
please, I'm not the lore master here,
No, please.
but we could do rollies
Uh-huh.
and just highs and lows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go. Yeah.
Would
Oh,
Okay.
would you like to add in a little bit of an extra bit of fun in that
Obviously, all the
whoever
fun.
draws the shortest of the sticks also
drink.
has to drink both
Obviously.
in real life and in
Ah.
game?
Yes.
Well,
don't let me get thirsty.
Let me go get a beer. Fuck.
Yes.
so sorry,
Oh,
Zach.
man.
I was being
Oh,
so
man.
good. I was being so good with water. Okay, I had water here.
Double
Yep.
fist with me, brother.
No,
Double fist
no.
with me.
Oh God.
Are you kidding me?
Oh
I'm like,
God.
Live
What are you in
chat's
right
having
now?
a field day right now. I
All
can
right.
see
Well,
it.
I'm just gonna
This
write
is
my
a thing of
plan
beauty.
notes for later.
all right, I better shovel a little more chili.
You guys
in my
know we're
head.
only sponsored through 30 episodes, though, so this is
we can
just
do
gonna.
this. We could.
I'm
do
gonna have to
this.
get you to
don't
Mordor
need
and
it.
like that. We're gonna have to time skip eventually. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Listen, we'll give you money out of our own pockets or something.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Stop it. Stop
Also, I'm not being paid to be here, so everyone gets a pay cut.
You were supposed to be here for one episode, Charlotte.
Well,
Yeah.
I keep telling you guys you could kick me out, and then you don't.
Never.
So
You
It
were
has to-
through
Whose
this
fault is
with
that?
It has
forever.
to make sense for the story, and I try and give everyone a 3-episode arc, and Beery won't.
and now
leave
I'm on
you
episode
and-
12,
I love it.
which
Wow.
makes me even happier because the purist fanboys hate Tauriel. So like, the more they have to
yeah.
deal with me, the better.
Bury 'em.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Okay. Zach, you got a beer?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
And you know
Wait,
what?
I
What-
just
what you
realized I'm
drinking?
not having to switch to water to stop drinking so I can play the drinking game.
Okay.
What is this?
What are we all drinking? Everybody?
Wine.
Wine,
Golden ale.
Yee.
golden ale. Okay.
Seltzer. Leftover from the holidays.
Can I be a separate part of this as well? Just
Yeah.
rolling my
Yes.
own and
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm
Play
worried
a guard. Play one of the guards.
Don, yeah, Don,
Oh,
play a guard.
yeah.
Oh my God, make
I'll
a
play
guard.
a guard. I'll play a
Yes.
guard.
Play a
All right.
guard.
Yes.
All right.
I'm worried if I lose to, I only have this one left from New Year's Eve. If the only thing I have other than this is scotch, and I'm I don't
Oh,
know.
God, yes.
Oh
Why
God.
are
That's
you
okay.
drinking
Dive
this?
into that.
Hey, listen.
You got some tenure?
Zach, if it comes to that, listen, I got some bourbon ready to
Okay.
roll.
I
Um,
got some old fashioned, man. I'll be
Man,
right there
like,
with
we
you.
go.
we'll get-
So we're just gonna.
I don't have a
Guys, I
job
got some
now,
gin
buddy.
that
I can get
I'm ready
fucked
to
up.
go.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Oh my god.
well,
Okay.
That's kind of what a drinking game should be, like a sip. Ain't
Okay.
shit. Are we killing her?
Yeah.
Are we killing
Oh
her?
no, I'm sipping.
Look,
Are you
there's
joking?
there's already
Can't yet,
there's already an unofficial unpredicted party drinking game created by the Discord server. So
Oh.
What
They're
is it?
Excellent.
What is
oh,
it?
hang on. I can
Oh,
actually.
yeah,
Did I not
drink-
text? I thought I sent this
No.
to you in the group chat. Did I
I don't
not?
think so. No.
Okay, hang on.
Makes me so
this was
happy.
really. I vaguely remember something like this really early on.
Yeah.
No, not early on. This is literally like several weeks
Oh,
ago.
in
Hang
which
on,
case,
is it-
no.
Hmm.
This
Okay,
makes
hang
me
on, hang
so
on.
happy.
Hang on.
Right?
It's.
I feel so fandomed right now.
I love it. Okay. Hang on. I gotta search for it.
Okay,
Drinking.
it's fine.
It's fine. Oh God, I asked if we had a hard out and we didn't, and now here we are.
I know. I'm like,
This is
oh,
what
well,
happened the
shit,
last time
maybe.
too.
Oh boy.
This is great.
Listen, we're in the end times. We don't need very many excuses to get fucked up. Like,
That's very true. That's very true.
know?
Okay, hang on. Sorry.
that's cool.
Drinking
You're good.
game.
We're just doing that. I'm just doing this.
Is it
Can we
in
all
French?
just
Trophy
drink
wife.
when someone pulls a stick?
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
sip.
get thirsty.
I don't know.
I have work in the morning.
That's not a drinking game. That's just drinking.
Yeah.
Okay, but Tori, here's my question.
Yes.
Are you full time?
Yes.
Do you have PTO?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get any too ridiculous, I'm saving you, Tori, and here we go.
Okay.
Drinking the rules of the unpredicted party drinking game are: drink every time a movie quote is said, drink every time an elf disregards, disrespects, or threatens Beery,
Oh.
drink every time Beery crafts something,
Yeah.
drink every time I gotta minimize. Drink every time someone says what could possibly go wrong. Drink
Mhm.
every time a Gandalf is rolled, twice if it's Tanel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink every time something is spoken in Elvish, twice if it's actually in Elvish.
Mhm.
Oh,
Every time Halloweth convinces Beery of something and Beery believes it. Every time an Eye of Sauron is rolled. Anytime Beery tries to steal something. Anytime a new player is introduced beside the initial three.
Hey.
Every time one of the party members gets drunk. Every time someone breaks Don mentally.
so just
That's
constantly.
that's a
Just
really good
literally-
list.
anyone does anything.
That's
Pretty
a
much.
good list.
That's
Yeah.
most of what we do here.
That's
All right.
that's the whole. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I will say,
Mhm.
lovingly enough, you have all accepted me into your little party. One of the guards comes over and says, Lady Tario,
Silhouette.
Philareth is not with you, actually. He took
Oh, okay.
the-
Who is this?
the-
I
uh,
sent Philareth off.
you,
Okay.
you
Who do we
sent
have?
Philareth with the hang on, let me check my notes. I have a number of
Bobareth. We got rid of Phil.
Bobareth.
We need a Bob. We need a
Ba,
Tim.
ba, 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 ba.
Bobareth.
It is
Ba,
Bobareth.
Ba, ba, ba.
Bobareth, son
Bobareth.
of Kobareth. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God. Okay.
All right, hang on. Let me
Are you just doing
find-
a random like elf name generator?
No, oh God, no! I have a list.
I don't know what
of
you're
all-
doing.
Okay,
Of
I
course you've got
have not.
lists.
I have 97 pages of notes. Of course, I have
All
lists.
right.
80 of them
Yep.
are elf
Absolutely.
names.
Come on, man. You know
Nerd.
I got this. You know I got this.
Nerd.
Well, we've done like no game stuff. at
Yeah,
all.
it's been an hour.
In an hour. Somebody had to go put pants on, Charlotte.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
sorry. If
all
it
right.
makes you feel any better, they're my fuzzy pants.
There you
Fuzzy
go.
pants are
Oh,
the
hooray
best.
for fuzzy
Ooh.
pants.
Hooray for fuzzy pants. Keep an eye out for the unpredicted after party fuzzy pants. They're just going to have the word. Actually, they're just going to have the word beery on the right ass cheek.
They already do, baby.
Because Barry is a right ass.
Oh,
Look, Beery's, it's canon. Beery's pajamas have the butt flap cheek.
That's
a
true.
thing.
That's very
That's
true.
a thing. All right.
So cute.
All right. This elf's name is Elva. And she comes over to you.
Elva.
Elva.
The elf. Elva the elf.
We can pick another
No, Elva's
fucking name,
great.
Charlotte. No,
Is it?
no, apparently.
no,
Elva's great.
Elva.
No,
Elva is
no.
it.
Does she have a shining brow?
No,
Yeah, just-
Tori. No. I'm nixing. It can't be Elva. Nope. Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
okay,
Elva's out. Elva's
okay.
out. Elva's out. Elva's out.
Hang on. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to roll another D12. That way you can't
Tori, it's
change it after
okay.
this.
Oh God, this is
It's gonna
going
be one of
great.
those
We've been here
episodes.
for an hour.
Careful, this guard will know exactly what hurts us.
And it's her. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my
Yuri, I've
God.
heard you talking about your daddy issues. Please open up.
she just talks to you and you
Yeah.
feel sad.
Oh, I hear you've been having epic dreams about a burning house to know. Go
Oh
inside.
God.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
This
Anyways.
elf's this elf's name is Raval.
There we go.
Reval.
Ravel.
Is that better, Charlotte? Did I do
Love
okay,
it.
Mom?
Has
Is it better?
yes. Yes, it is better, my child. Sorry,
didn't
the
like
other
that
one
at
made
all.
me think of the bad man.
The bad man.
The bad man.
The bad
I'll tell you
man.
later, Don. Let's keep going.
Okay.
It's Raval, Raeval.
Ravel, yes.
Okay. Raval is a boy elf.
Yes, this one is.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So he approaches
Begin
you
again.
and says something along the lines of, I heard every word in that tent. May I join you?
Oh,
The more the merrier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sticks a hand out,
Please.
tries to get it from Halloweth.
We need to draw sticks.
I believe we need a fifth stick, do we not?
Oh yeah, I'll be right back. And he just out of the tent. Tries to find a nice identical
Just-
stick.
Just
The-
turns to Raval. It's like 1 moment. He needs to get a stick.
I'm familiar with his antics. It's been many, many days with you all.
Oh yeah, I forget. Sorry.
Yes,
He
yes,
does
it's
love his things, it seems. His
I've seen him make eyes at
Yes.
you a few times, my lady.
And
Thank
Beery's back.
And
Oh,
Beery's back. I remember when Beery said he had the anime heart eyes whenever Tariel says something sassy. All right.
Mm. Very true.
Right. Rollies. Please roll
Rollies.
me a d12.
Mm-hmm.
Highest gets the highest stick. Lowest gets the low. We'll go in order of who's on screen. So I'll go first. Tori, you go second. Zach, you go third. Max fourth.
Do
Charlotte
we roll
fifth.
it at once, or are we doing?
We roll all at once.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
On your count.
Oh, you can just roll now.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Eye of Sauron.
10.
Oh, good.
10. Zach, 2.
3.
4.
Oh, I was so close. All right.
Well,
Draws the shortest stick, looks at it, grabs the booze from who has it? Is it Halloweth that
It's
has it
me.
now?
Yeah, I got it.
Grabs the booze from Halloweth and goes, right. To Lady Taria. Downs a little
Yeah,
bit
it's
of
time
it.
to get to know you a little bit better, huh?
Yes, I imagine so.
Already? You got the hiccups already? Or
That
just
was
Two.
how
done.
long?
That was done.
Tariel gives Raval a look that basically says, it was one time. It's just a look.
All right.
does
Danelle?
what does the longest stick do again? And
You get to
to
ask a
ask a
question.
oh, to
Raval.
Raval.
Yes.
To Raval,
Great.
who must answer.
Hmm. I wasn't prepared for that. 1 second. What am I going to ask this
You-
dear elf?
You're drinking with a
Nobody's ever
random stranger.
prepared.
What do you-
Yeah.
The Spanish
you-
Elfquisition.
Yeah.
Elf quiz.
It's gonna be probably I don't care. It's gonna be a stupid question. She like looks at him for a second and like looks him up and down and goes, "Do you prefer a bow or a sword? I don't
a
know
good
that about you
question.
as a
Warm up
warrior."
question. Warm up question.
Yeah.
Neither, lady to know. I do not love the sword for its sharpness, or the bow for
Oh,
its
for
pointed.
God's sake.
For those
All
that
right, I'll
maybe
drink to
haven't-
that.
Yeah,
I'll drink to that.
Cheers. For those of you that haven't read the books, that's a Faramir quote, and I'm just gonna go say this dude's like a pacifist at heart, and just
Does
goes
he just
on
like
and-
does he like poetically monologue for a little
Mhm.
excellent?
You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Ariel already is sort of looking at him now like, why is this guy in my retinue again? He's such a
You were going through an artistic
Killjoy.
bougie phase.
yeah. He's so
Ah.
pretty.
He is. All right. Reval looks at the wine and goes, right, who am I giving this to next? We draw
Oh, that's
Six-
fine.
We gotta-
No, give me the stick back.
I'll draw
All right.
Draw again.
everybody roll. 3, 2, 1. All right. I got a 4, Tori.
3.
3. Zach,
9.
Max,
5.
Charlotte.
I'm safe with an 8.
Oh, Tanel drinks.
Very
and
well.
Aloeth asks the question.
Ooh.
And now, what is your biggest regret?
Wow.
Coming in hot.
Wow. Huh. Huh.
Tanel, make an
Okay,
insight
no,
check,
actually-
please.
Ooh, what? Okay.
I need you to make an insight check.
Insight check.
Ooh, all right. It's a Gandalf.
Amazing. 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 Okay.
Or the chat needs to drink twice now.
You're welcome,
Tanel.
chat.
Tanel,
Yes.
I will say you remain present here, but there is a split second when Halloweth asks you that question that the image of the burning house in Gondolin flashes in your mind, and you feel yourselves taking one step closer to the burning building that was your father's shop. And it's one of those moments of quick flashes that got triggered by something, but you're back in the present, almost like a quick shake of your body, like, ooh, nothing happens physically, but you blink and you're there, and suddenly your eyes open again and you're back.
Why would you bring Gondolin into this?
Because
he always does.
Because I know all of your backstories and I need to
Yeah.
introduce them in ways, and this
Hurts my
plays into
feelings.
it.
Tanel just kind of like sits there for a second, and she sees those images, but she's not sure if she wants to bring it up. She says, "When we were in Rivendell, I climbed a tree and looked towards Lorien and thought we could wait a few more days. And Lorien was destroyed by the time we got there, so we shouldn't have waited." And she drinks.
Okay. Tanel, I need you to make me an awareness check, please, because if we're going to
boy,
continuously
howdy.
drink, I'm going to...
Woo!
All right. Meantime, the rest of you can roll D12s. We will continue on.
Oh, I make it.
Okay.
A
No
lot.
worries. All right.
Rolling like
3,
ass.
2, 1, roll. I rolled a Gandalf.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I was asking.
shit.
Another 3. Are you
Oh,
joking?
no. Zach,
6.
Max,
2.
Charlotte.
Oh, 9.
All right.
Oh.
Rayval, Beery, you grab the drink, and Rayval looks at you. And Rayval studies you for a moment. And there's almost an awkward pause to the point where, like, you're all kind of worried that he either fell asleep or is just airheaded or whatever, but it's an awkward pause that goes on for too long. He says, "Dwarf, I saw you not a week and a half ago by a fire talking to the pig. Why do you talk to it?"
Oh, you mean my best pal Gorge? Oh, well, he's my friend. Great conversationalist, actually. But you got to drink this other stuff, and it's a long story. No, he's great company. We've been together this whole journey.
And you haven't once considered eating him.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Rayval!
I'm sorry. My apologies, lady. That one was Rayval. That wasn't me. I did have the hiccups the first time. I didn't want to mess it
That
up.
was so cute.
Ever? No, I actually prefer roots and tubers, to be perfectly honest.
We have that in common. Max, Beery, drink, and Beery, make an awareness check for me.
Rayval's
Meanwhile-
a fucking vegan.
Most of the elves are.
Yeah. I was about to
Most
say.
of the elves are. It's only a few in Mirkwood, and I mean mostly Thranduil.
I like to think that Roots and Tuvin is the dwarven version of Root and Tootin.
Success.
Success. All right, great. Let's all roll again. D12, please.
10.
Ooh.
And okay. I rolled a 5. Sorry, couldn't remember. I rolled a 5.
8.
8. Max,
9.
Charlotte.
Ew.
Oh.
All right.
What'd you roll, Zach?
Oh, 10.
All right.
Dang it.
There you go.
Halloweth,
Alright.
you get handed the bottle.
Mm.
Tariel, or excuse me, Tariel, you get handed the bottle. Halloweth, you ask the question.
Tariel, what is your greatest desire?
Oh, damn.
She's had a long time to have a lot of desires.
She has.
Considers this.
I could say your current desire as well, if that's easier. What do you want out of all this?
She looks at you for a long time and says, "My greatest desire right now is to draw the long stick."
Very clever.
Well played. Charlotte, go ahead and
I
make
see
an
what you did there.
Go ahead and make an awareness check for me with this alcohol. Meanwhile, the rest of us can roll D12s.
Hang on, here we go.
This is fun. This is
Yeah,
working.
this is
I like
good.
this. I do
good.
like
This
this.
is good.
11.
Okay, sorry.
Crap.
I don't even know okay. Oh, and then I've got to roll my two little.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sorry, it's not ready. 20.
20. Okay, you're fine with the booze. You know how to handle it.
Lucid.
All right.
Lucid as a pond on a spring day.
I rolled a 7. Tori, 5. Max. Or sorry, 4. Oh, 4. Okay, Charlotte.
Okay.
11.
11.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Zach, what did you roll?
I also rolled 11.
Oh.
Ooh.
Roll up.
Rollies.
You're
Roll
trying to
up.
grab the same
So
stick.
yeah, do they both
Roll up.
grab the same
I will
stick?
say their hands awkwardly touch as they both try and go for the same stick, and there's a moment of, oh, their hands touch, but honestly,
wait, their hands touch and Tariel winks at him.
I'm forward. That's
you may make an insight check if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll make an inside check. I don't
Alright.
think he'll be necessary. Like he's been around. He's not going to be like swayed by. He's not. He's an experienced. He's an old guy.
I just want to point out though that the very first time he saw her, I remember there was a moment, Don, where he thought that Tariel was like the most beautiful thing he'd ever seen.
In 36 hours, because he had just he and Thranduil anyway.
It's true.
I mean, to be
but-
fair, it doesn't matter. I rolled an eye of Sauron, so
Okay,
you-
for insight.
I'll say Halloweth, you think Tariel might secretly be in love with you, but it's very hard to tell if that was very unclear.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know what that means.
Both of you roll a d12, see which one of
Okay.
you gets to
Okay.
ask the question.
Oh, 3.
4.
Oh, Aria.
Tariel, as she reaches for the long stick and winks at him, sort of like lets her little fingers slide over him, and then boop, just
Congratulations,
just
you. What's
draws
your
the
greatest
stick right
desire?
out from his grasp. Oh, won't you look at that? I've gotten my greatest desire this very night.
Mm.
And she goes ahead and toasts to him and then asks, "What happened in Mirkwood?"
Well,
with
you're not
you
asking me.
And
No.
Thranduil?
You're not asking me.
That is Tori's question. You're asking Tanel.
No. Beery.
Oh no.
Beery
Oh,
rolled
wait.
the lowest.
Oh,
I
Did I?
thought
Max,
Zach
you-
had the low. I thought
Mm.
Zach
No,
had,
no,
the,
no, no.
had the 3.
No,
you
we
and
got
Zach
11.
tied. You and Zach both tied with
Oh,
11 for the
so
question.
That's
Who
right.
asked
That's
the
right.
question?
Okay.
Beery, you rolled the 3?
That's right.
I did.
Okay.
rolled-
Yes, Beery had the
Okay.
lowest. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
God. Okay.
Okay.
If you would
okay,
like
all
to
right, I
change your
misremembered.
question, if you'd like to
I-
change your question.
I don't know if I would like to change my question.
Mm.
I'm just deciding what sort of person Tariel is. Is she someone who would ask Beery to sell out his friend? No, I
try.
don't think she is.
Ask
I
your
don't think she is.
questions, Commander.
No, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
don't
trying
fear
I want it to make
anything.
sense. I want it to make sense. I don't think she would do that. Okay.
Barry doesn't know shit, by the way.
What's the
I
You would
she
deal with
actually
doesn't
get
know
a
that.
hilarious
But she
answer.
doesn't
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
true,
She
yeah.
has no idea. She has no idea what she just knows something happened and something is weird. Beery,
Aye.
have you ever kissed an elf?
Good. Okay. Beery's eyes go wide a little bit. He spills the wine on his chest a little bit. No. That's a strange question.
I'm so horny
Actually-
so fast.
I mean, like the last person I've ever kissed was like my mum.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say gorge.
All right, hey, how? Take it easy, all right? I mean, he's my buddy, but not that kind of a buddy.
I know.
Yeah, I kissed my mom before I left.
Okay. This was not the answer that she was hoping for. And she doesn't get a second.
That's a very strange question. Commander, why do you ask?
We're
That's
all
a-
getting to.
That's
Oh,
a
that's a
question.
question.
Are sorry, I'm sticking
Oh.
to the rules of the game. Are we
I'm breaking the rules. Oh,
Nah, let him.
Okay, so no, wait, so ask again. No, Beery, ask again.
Oh yeah. I mean, why are you asking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't see you holding the long stick.
Well, give me a minute.
Everybody roll a d12 then.
Let's go.
And suddenly everyone was rooting for Beery in that moment.
Yes, really.
Oh,
And the
What'd you
chat
roll,
goes
Max?
wild.
what'd you roll, Max?
An 11.
Oh,
Corey, Zach,
5.
lie.
No,
You rolled a Gandalf.
You dirty dog.
You bastards.
I really didn't
I
want
rolled a
to.
9, so
Oh.
I'm safe.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled an 8.
Sam.
I'm
Beery.
so sorry. Can I pass my stick? Can I pass it?
No, that's not.
Wait,
that's against the rules.
hang on. Halloweth,
Mm.
I will allow you to make a stealth check with ill favor if you would like to
Uh-huh.
secretly shift your 12 over to Beery.
Do I have to do it in
Wha-
insight check?
Give me
or
a
anything?
second. Give me a second.
Okay, that's a shame. I rolled a Gandalf on one of them. Okay. Oh, I beat it. I beat the target by.
Give me the
8.
total number.
18.
Ooh.
Beery and Tariel. Please roll me awareness checks. You have to beat 18s.
No.
The Gandalf.
I just roll a 17.
That was so many in a row.
Okay.
So, do you want the total, or do you
You
Am I
rolled
trying
a
to beat
Gandalf.
18?
No, you rolled a Gandalf.
Gandalf plus 9?
Jesus.
A
Beery,
bit.
you, as you're drawing the stick, you feel a quick bump and you feel Halloweth switch the sticks that you were about to pull for one another and instead are pulling each other's. And Beery, you draw the longest stick for.
These guys are the frickin' Turk and JD of Middle Earth. and
Yeah.
I love that.
Just kind of sends a
Absolutely.
mischievous side eye over to Halloweth and just kind of.
Yeah, you know what just happened. You know what just
Okay.
happened. Tariel, you got no idea. Beery,
Who,
Ask
who,
your
drew- who drew
question.
the shortest?
Tanel did. Oh no.
He wields the long stick like a sword as he kind of thinks.
Right, I
Hmm.
have to drink.
Mhm.
Right. I'm drinking anyway.
I
I'm just
mean, yeah,
drinking.
we're-
Yeah,
I
same.
don't know. Fucking.
18.
Hmm?
I'm curious because all we've been thinking about when it comes to Guahi and all this stuff and it's all been doom and gloom and Mount Doom and more gloom. What are you planning on doing after this? Have you ever thought about it?
A little bit, but it's changed a bit. I want to go home,
Yeah.
but I think that plan changes every time I think about it. Do I help build something? Is home somewhere different? I guess just home is where Wherever my parents are.
Hmm.
That's it. It changes.
Good answer.
All right.
Thank you.
If you wanted to save the world, a 10,000-year-old elf still lives with her parents.
Yep.
Technically, it'd be about 6,500.
It's not Tanel's choice if it's any consolation.
I thought Gondolin was like at the beginning of the
Gondolin fell in the end of the first age, but the first age, that war, was only about 500 years long.
Mhm.
Tolkien skips over like 300 years in the Silmarillion in like 2 or 3 sentences.
Yeah.
So the rest of it is just this weird amalgamation of events that happen one after another. Anyway, everybody roll off. 3,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
1.
Nerd.
Rollies.
8.
3.
7.
6.
9.
Beery,
Ooh.
you get to ask Rayval a question.
Hey.
All right, Ray.
Wait. Time out. Don, can you describe Rayval to us?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, I can.
We need
Yes,
to-
I can.
What sort of elf is he?
Rayval is, hang on, let me find my descriptions.
Of course, you have descriptions for all of these characters.
Charlotte, I'm the obscure
Yes, of
Lord of the Rings
course.
facts
All right.
guy.
Jeez,
You
Get
don't
it.
have
you're the
to
king
get
of the nerds.
You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Rayval is that's an Abria Iyengar quote, by the way. I use that on a daily basis. Thank you, Abria. If you're watching this, she's not. Who am I kidding? Rayval is a long, dark, black-haired elf, sitting up straight posture, very pale skin. Think about what would happen if instead of Orlando Bloom, they cast Timothée Chalamet with a long black hair like Arwen in the Lord of the Rings movies. Very prim,
So he's a
very
twink.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All
right.
It is a pleasure to meet you, by the way. What? Oh, don't forget to drink, my friend.
Oh, yes.
Watching you. Very well.
Mm.
What is your greatest insecurity?
Oh,
You barely know me.
Not for
Now,
long.
Rayval, you knew what would happen when you joined this little game.
That's it.
Quite right you are, Lady Tario. My greatest insecurity is that no one has ever read my poetry. Thousands
your
of years,
poetry?
hundreds of pages.
Tariel shoots Beery a look of death, like now you've done it.
Are we gonna hear some slam poetry?
Oh, we're hearing some poetry.
We're gonna
by the
have
end
to
of the
hear
night.
some poetry now.
Beery stands up. Nobody move. No one leaves this freaking tent unless I hear some poetry from Ray.
Rayval looks as though he is about to weep and is now your new best friend.
There it
You're
is.
coming with us to Rohan. You know this, right?
He was always going to come with you to Rohan.
But he's really coming with us now.
Beery can't stop adopting elves.
No, he's adopted so many.
So
Right.
many elves. Why are we all drawn to Beery?
Uh,
Hmm. Questions.
it's a charisma check. Okay.
There's a song check. Use that.
Okay.
We never get
Also,
to use it.
I'm gonna have to go get more beer.
I know.
I'll text my husband.
Oh, hubby.
All right. I'm deciding whether or not I should just make Rayval roll or actually let everyone judge me by improvising Elvish
Don,
poetry on the
do it.
spot.
Do it like
Whatever you
yesterday.
would be most comfortable with, Don.
Don't do
No,
that to
no.
me. You
Yes, I'm
you
gonna
know-
be kind.
You know, Tori, you know that I, Don, am self-centered enough to think I am good enough to make up Elvish poetry on the spot.
I
But I-
mean,
Go.
Well, yeah, whatever's comfortable. But if you choose to roll instead, I will think you're a coward.
fuck.
Yes.
That was poetry.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Tell me
All
about
right,
the waterfalls
all right.
of Rivendell.
Okay. Here we go.
Friggin' the 8 Mile theme song just leaped into my head right now.
Everybody in the 313, put your mother.
His slam poetry is just the widest rapping you've ever seen.
Yes.
Sama lama duma lama, you assuming I'm doing what I gotta do to get it. Anyway.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Okay. All
Lay it
right.
on
Here we
us.
go. All right. Oh God. Now I'm self-conscious. All right.
Oh, you're
You
never
can
self-conscious.
roll. You can roll.
No, I'm doing it. I have to do it now. Zach called me a coward. You watch as Rayval, from underneath one of his cloaks, pulls out a thin sheet of parchment
Yeah.
and unrolls it. As it happens, I've taken to writing some on the road about the
good.
recent. I fear it may be all but woe. There has been so much, as you said, my dwarven friend, doom and gloom. I have taken my own loss of my king, who has all but banished me, and you guys are starting to get the sense that like he's kind of laying it on thick.
Yeah.
But the
Tanel
scroll
just quietly grabs the alcohol, takes a little sip, and just gives it back to whoever.
All right.
Fury
Right.
is so happy
gonna
right now.
lose it.
Also, did you ever watch Anger Management? Adam Sandler and
Yeah,
Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember the Jack Nicholson like
the
crazy
nod,
yes,
like
doing that
yeah.
straight to Tariel
All right.
the entire time.
All right. So he unravels this.
Tariel is just daggers with her eyes. Just
This dude is oblivious. Unravels the scroll, clears his throat. O last king of Mirkwood, great was your loss. A son you then sent, and then he paid the cost. And then it gets it goes into some Sindarin, and he starts speaking in Elvish, and only the elves would get that portion. Beer, you're like, oh, this is great, this is Elvish. And then a few more lines down. A fight in the halls, and a divide in the ranks. The orcs, they did attack, but Halloweth in the flanks. From the trees, great Tanel, and glances up at you, Tanel, and Beery,
She's
the road.
mortified.
The orcs, they did burn. I'm gonna make an awareness check for him just to see
Please.
how you're all.
Tanel's just like,
Dory,
He
somehow
succeed-
you're actually blushing.
yes,
He succeeds.
It's 'cause I'm
He's
drunk.
I'm literally crying right now. This is so bad.
you watch as he is slowly rolling up the parchment and goes, my good elves and Master Beery, I fear I have had too much to drink tonight. I must excuse myself. And he
Beery
just
stands up
walks
on the
away.
bench. No! Barry, standing ovation. Barry's
Oh,
getting a standing ovation.
Thank you. No, please.
I just watched my English degree just go up in flames.
How it's going to turn, it's kind of starts screaming, goes, I don't think we're going to hang out with Ravel anymore. He's like, where did he come? How long has he been with us? Because I did not know his name for
He's
many
been with
days.
us for a while.
He's our friend
like,
now.
like weeks. Like
Why
it's
so
Yeah,
a
weak?
weeks. Like,
He's
is
been
he
like,
the-
guys.
he's that guy that sits with you at lunch and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh god,
There you are. Where did you come from?
You're just gonna sit here and
boy.
Okay.
Wait, I was Rayfall.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
Me.
We're all Ravel.
We're all
We're
Rayfall.
all
That's
Rayfall.
why
And
we're
so are you,
playing
audience. That's why
pretend
you're
in
watching.
our 30s.
That's why you have nothing better to do with your Friday nights than watch us. You're all Ravel too.
That's
I
the
love
next
that.
T-shirt.
We are Rayval on a
Rayval.
t-shirt.
We are-
Call that merch team immediately.
Ugh.
Rollies.
Okay,
Oh,
listen.
God.
Yeah.
I need a minute. I'm gonna go get another beer because my
Yeah, why don't we
husband
take our
Yeah,
5-minute
yeah.
break there because
You know,
didn't-
yes.
Oh, it's 7:00 already.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Look, I smeared I'm literally. Guys, I was weeping. I was weeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
And
fix my makeup.
mascara was
Hey.
not waterproof.
That's when you know it's good.
Yes. You have
Audience,
shit.
here's a quick improv tip. If you know that you're not good enough to do something, make it funny or
Oh,
bad
God.
on purpose.
It was perfect.
Thank
Put
you.
it in
Thank you.
iambic
That was
pentameter.
gorgeous.
Perfect.
I
Perfect.
was expecting to go into full limerick mode at some point just to see what would happen. Maybe a haiku here and there.
Perfect.
There
My
once was an elf named Galadriel.
Oh god.
There once was a dwarf named Beery who had a
His warthog was quite hairy.
oh, okay.
There you go.
And
There
with
you
that, we
go.
will take our 5-minute break.
There
We'll
it
see you
is.
all in a moment.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Whew.
All right, people.
Chaos.
BRB.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Go refresh your drinks, you heathens. When we last left off, some elven poetry was read, some tears were shed. Ah!
There you go.
That was better than the fucking improv shit.
Perfect. We can include that. That was an Elven.
Get that translated into Elvish.
There you go.
Okay. We pick up several days later. No, I'm kidding. We're staying right here. No, you have to make a plan to know.
Yes, yeah.
You have a plan.
We
You just
do.
haven't actually enacted it. All right. Let's all roll. Let's make rollies again.
Rollies.
As it is now down to the 4 of you. I don't
Yep.
need to roll anymore because it's up to you. I'm just going to continue drinking because I'm
Ray got just exited.
Yep.
Poor Ray.
bye.
He read his poetry and it's out.
Mhm.
Good. I got a 5.
9.
2.
Oh.
Ooh. In the hot seat.
All
Here we
right.
are again.
Tanel to Tariel.
How does this
Boy.
keep happening?
Okay.
Oh,
Tanel
boy.
kind of stares her down for a little bit and says, "So what's home for you?"
Tariel sits back a little bit. She has not considered this question before. People keep hitting her with these heavy questions.
Oh, that's what this game is for.
Yeah.
This game is for trauma bonding at its finest.
Home. Home is a place that cannot be. Home is a place I've only seen from a distance. Maybe I'll get there eventually.
Interesting.
That's it. That's all she's got.
Mm-hmm. Tanel,
And
like,
it seems that she's probably not talking about going into the West.
Tanel just kind of like nods understandingly, but she's not connecting that part. She's thinking like, well, my home's gone too. So I see what you mean.
Parallels just continue.
Mm.
Okay. Wow. Holy shit, Charlotte.
Gather up the sticks.
Yeah. Gather up the sticks. Roll
The
off.
sticks of truth. All right. Roll.
10. Zach with a 10. Max with a
8.
2. Charlotte with an 8. Tori with a 3. Halloweth to Beery. Let's do this.
All right, my friend.
All right.
Oh, awareness.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Make an awareness check.
Charlotte, you too.
Oh, yeah. I have to do that too. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
you do.
It's my second Gandalf.
No way.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I rolled a
Working hands.
6 too.
Work can handle his
Jeez.
liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Building up that
Um,
tolerance for that other wine.
Okay,
Sorry, I keep
Barry.
opening the wrong thing. Okay, what is my word? Okay.
Oh, wait. so-
I
Nice.
don't make it.
You do not make your
Oh.
awareness check.
Do not
Okay.
make my awareness check.
This
Oh,
is this is so thematic. Tariel, you will now roll any check for the rest of the evening with ill favor, the lesser of the 2d12s.
Oh.
Getting drunker.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna get one of my swimmers.
Barry,
All right, Hal, what do you got for me? Lay it on me. What do you got?
what do you fear in Erebor?
Tori.
I mean, when I tell you to lay it on me, I'm not talking about like that kind of thing.
I've noticed. I'm no fool. I've been around for a long time. I know when somebody doesn't want to go somewhere, when somebody deflects. And you have done nothing but deflect this entire trip.
How observant of you. Well, I love my home. I love my mom. Everything else is kind of terrible. You know, we didn't have much growing up. And it was kind of up to me to make. If we didn't have something, well, I'd make it. If my mom was sad, I'd make her laugh. I would make things. Yeah. I'm terrified of losing the power to make. That's the scariest thing I could ever imagine. Yeah, that's the scariest thing. Also, I had to borrow a lot of things in Erebor, and I was kind of like, I don't know, asked to go on an adventure, and here I am.
Well, it's admirable for sure, and I respect your devotion to the craft of pleasing your family, your mother in particular. But that doesn't answer my question exactly. What do you fear in Erebor? Why do you not want to go back? Your mom's
By
there.
the way, Tariel shoots a look at Tanel like, what is going on with this guy and his mom? Just every time Barry mentions
he's
his
only
mom,
come up
Tariel
twice.
just looks at Tanel like,
Tanel like is understanding, but she is also like, just please. I've been wondering about this question.
It's been 23 episodes, Tariel.
It's been 3 months. Let me hear this.
Actually, before you answer, Max, Halloweth, Tanel, make me insight checks. I want to check and see if something comes up. Max, I'll explain in a moment.
Sure.
Just let me know if you beat your target number.
I don't.
I
rolled a 2.
Okay. Halloweth might be able to save this.
Yeah, I'd be my target number by 8.
Okay. I would say in asking this question, you notice, Halloweth, that in all of that answer that he gave, Beery has not once mentioned his father. And I will also point out to the 2 elves that have been on this journey, Tori and Zach know about the dreams, but Tanel and Halloweth do not. Beery has not yet shared that with anybody except Gorge.
Yeah, I mean, he notices the absence of a mention of a father, but he still wants to just hear it from, he's not going to point exact, like, what about this, what about that? He's going to just ask in general. What is it you fear in Erebor?
Oh boy. Huh. I was raised in a shadow, and I've done my best to try and illuminate it. All I want is my fair shake, I guess. My biggest fear is to return to Erebor the same person as I am now. I don't want to come back as a failure or some vagabond or something like that. No, I want to come back after revolutionizing something. Maybe I can build something that can change things. Maybe something that can stop all these wars, stop death, stop losing each other. I don't know. I haven't found it yet, so I'm not very eager to return until I find it.
That's a noble destiny. That's a definite desire, which I can see in you, and one which I have no doubt you will achieve. You're still skirting around the question.
No, I feel like I've answered it perfectly.
It's not a fear, Barry. That's a desire. That's a need. That's a want. It's not a fear.
No, I feel like I answered the question perfectly.
Okay.
Tariel is going to snatch the long stick out of Halloweth's hand.
I'll just go fuck myself then.
Just snatch it and sort of brandish it at Beery.
He's holding up the little one. Hey, what? That's against the rules.
What is it? What is it that you think she's listening to him talk about being like a vagabond and a failure and all of this, right? And at that, she just has had enough, and she snatches the stick away and she says, how is it that you think that you have failed? And then she doesn't even wait for him to answer. She gets in his face with the stick. Beery, I would be proud if you came home to me as my son, as the son of my clan, as the son of my people. You are a light in this darkness. You honor your people, and I do not approve of you speaking of yourself in this way, and I will not hear of it again.
Beery just drops the stick and pulls her into a hug.
So you give him a little pat on the back, a little drunk pat.
Yeah, and there's the kind of the shaky breathing a little bit as his kind of barrel chest vibrates.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that hit
Tanel
him.
takes the alcohol from him, goes, that should be enough for
Yeah,
tonight.
like-
and just sets the alcohol just away.
And
With-
also, your pig's pretty great too.
Beery is great. He's still not letting go of the hug. Beery is great. I mean, Doge is great. We're both good. We're both great.
But also, if you let Gollum go, I will kill you.
Seems fair.
Yes. Yes.
You understand? I love you, and I will kill you. No, listen.
It's that type of the time of the night where we're like grabbing onto each other's shoulders. No, you listen.
Shh. What was this? Terrabor.
Terrible. Wait, where'd the wine go?
You had it last, Beery.
Damn it. I think that's the end of the game. Well, he stands up on the bench. Thank you all for participating in this wonderful and joyous game of merriment and friendship. I'm gonna go to bed now. And that's that.
Beery, make an awareness check.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's a success.
It's a success.
Yeah.
Against all odds, the dwarf has held his liquor more than the elf, and you watch as Beery walks proud, confident, teary-eyed to his sleeping bedroll, Gorge by his side. I don't care that you're a guest. I would like you all to add a fellowship point for that.
Yay!
I will also let you know that you have now triggered a new mechanic.
Oh.
You have now earned enough fellowship points long enough into these episodes and in my game that once per day, you are allowed to use a fellowship point to allow someone else to re-roll an Eye of Sauron.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
useful.
baby.
It is
I
a
love
once
that.
per day. It is a once per
All right.
battle. It is it's like a helping action.
Is this just them? I don't have those.
If you're
so-
if you're with no, so fellowship points are a collective pool that other people can say, I
Mhm.
want to add an extra D6. If you, while you are here within the group, say add a fellowship point, you've been here long enough. I'll allow it. Yeah.
Cool.
We'll say that the evening ends with
One quick thing. As
go ahead, Taria.
as everyone's
No, sorry.
it's too many howls, too many teas. Um, as everyone's sort of going back to their tent, Tanel does walk up beside Halloweth and said, "You got very lucky.
Mhm.
No one got to ask you a question.
Not a single one.
I'll store them away
Mhm.
for now.
Until next game.
One day you're going to have to tell Beery what happened between you and the king." And that was going to be my question. And she
I'm
walked
sure.
away.
Halloweth under his breath, she's gonna be like, one day I won't do shit.
I cannot believe this is set up so perfectly and that it has been like 6 or 7 episodes. Beery still doesn't know.
Doesn't
No,
know.
I know.
Oh, how it's like the flubberworms thing, but even worse. Anyway,
The best.
The Flubber is like 10 episodes.
Yeah, the Flubberworms has been
and
a
it
while.
keeps getting more. It's so slowly building lore around these
yeah.
Flubberworms.
the flubberworms is episode like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
right
was
before
just-
Lorien.
Just
Yeah.
just after Lorien. You
Yeah.
were going
Oh,
up the
okay.
river.
Mhm.
Ugh,
Mm.
wild. All right. I will
Anyways,
say, yes, anyway, I will say that the evening ends. Tariel, you do wake up with a bit of a hangover.
Mhm.
But you know that every you felt the love, right? You bonded with these losers despite your best efforts to hate them.
Yeah.
And my goodness, wasn't that an evening of fun? You
It was.
awaken the next morning. And you continue to make your way to Rohan. I will ask, just for the sake of travel, is there
Mhm.
anything you would like to do, conversations you would like to have? I'll say you rejoin your group of elves. I will also remind you, Charlotte, you had previously said to Tanel, and we didn't get to it in that particular episode because we were really drunk. I apologize. You did mention to Tanel,
you did.
we'll talk about last night, the night of the funeral, or the morning after the funeral.
yeah.
And we never had that moment. So I don't know
Might
if
need
that's
to face it.
something I don't know if that's something you want to bring up. It is an option, but we have a number of role play options as you approach Rohan. You also have several abilities to figure out sort of what you need to do, not abilities, but you have a couple of options on where you need to go next. But I think it was agreed you're going to Edoras.
Mhm.
Go on Edoras.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, to Edoras then.
There was a loose plan, and I was going to bring that up. here in a
To
I
know-
second.
think
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's fair to just wait and see if that comes up organically. I think it's reasonable that would have gotten lost in the shuffle.
Fair.
Mhm.
We're just trying to get the hell out of Dodge. And if
Fair,
there's
fair.
a moment that it feels natural, let's do it then.
Okay, sounds good. By my estimation, based on the walking speeds, you're gonna probably take another 4 or 5 days, depending on how you roll, for this trip to Edoras. Beery, I would like to ask you to roll a d12 for your conversations and interactions with Gollum in that time. If there's anything you'd like to do in those last few days.
There are.
Okay. And then meanwhile, Halloweth, Tariel, and Tanel, if
Mhm.
you would like to do anything, please let me know. Beery?
9.
9. Okay.
Mm.
All right. I gotta roll for
Roll for
Gollum.
Gollum.
Ooh, a 3 and a 3. He's not having very good days. I would say, Beery, you begin to notice that Gollum around the second or third day is starting to feel a little bit neglected. I'll hold off on any role play moments. Not neglected, but no one's interacting with him. No one else is interacting with him. He's still tied to you. He's kind of almost like accepted his fate, like a dog that didn't want to go out in the cold for a walk, but is just like plodding along. Before we get to any role play moments, I will ask the elves, is there anything you all would like to do during the travels?
Not particularly.
No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
All right. In that case, I will then ask us to make our travel rolls. Someone
Mhm.
please make me a scan check, a travel check, and an awareness check.
Oh, travel. Oh no, no, it's Tanel's.
Tanel's
Yeah, I'm
favored.
favored
Tanel's
now.
favored.
Mhm.
And then Charlotte, you can roll a d12, add that to whichever roll is lowest that could
Oh,
potentially help.
nice. I can
Uh,
take scan.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, Beery, you're favored in scan. So
I've got
I think
awareness.
we've got a pretty good system down
Mhm.
going.
Mhm.
I beat the target number by 1
Okay.
for travel.
Okay.
27.
Wow.
God.
23 for awareness.
23.
I don't think
Charlotte.
anyone needs my help, but I rolled a 10.
Excellent.
All right. We'll say this. Great rolls all around. Takes you the better part of 4 days to get from where you were at the edge of the caravan to Edoras. No one even really notices you're gone. You have left these people just sort of not even Irish goodbye style, not really saying goodbye, just sort of, all right, we got what we needed. The lore master dumped his exposition, we're out. And Beery, on the third night, you notice that Gollum is whimpering a little bit when it is late at night as you're sleeping, and he's kind of doing that and it actually wakes you up.
Oh no. He's going to kind of get a little bit closer to him. Like when you have like a sleepover and you kind of like do the inchworm in your sleeping bag. And he's not going to wake him up right away, just in case he like whispers something in his sleep.
No, Gollum's awake. He's awake. He is awake and he is looking out into the horizon.
He also just like inchworms his like sleeping mat over and something bothering you.
He glances out into the dark, and Beery, you would notice, no rolls needed, that there are a couple dozen eyes peering back at you in the moonlight.
Okay, don't panic. I'm sure it's just like a bunch of raccoons or something like that. Where are the other elves?
Elves are asleep. There's a few guards. How quietly are you speaking?
As quiet as Beery can.
Okay. We'll say
Not quietly.
No,
not really.
I mean,
You
the
do
dwarf
notice. Yeah.
breathes so loud they could have shot him in the dark. Like
That's an extra 6
Don't
HP
do
to the
it!
final boss.
Why?
Congratulations, Charlotte.
it wasn't in character.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It doesn't
matter.
matter. You're one of us now. You've been here.
Sorry, I
long
thought it had to be in character.
is Halloweth or Tinel nearby?
enough. They are still sleeping, I think, in this moment.
But are they nearby? He's
They're
got a
nearby.
rock.
Yeah, they're nearby enough.
Yeah, he's who's nearest? Or I'll just roll for it. How about
Yeah.
There we go.
Evens is 10 and odds is Halloweth. In. He's got a
right.
little rock and he's gonna just
Thank God.
I mean, it's tiny, just a wake up rock.
Mhm.
And he's gonna try to hit her. Being trying to be very quiet.
I don't even think we need an athletics check for this. It's a wide enough target. Tanel, go ahead and make an awareness check for me just to see.
Alrighty.
Well, actually, you know what? Elves are more in a trance-like state. I'll say you wake up. No roll needed on that one. Yeah. So Tanel, you wake up and you see Beery.
Do I see?
Yeah, pointing out into the distance, Tanel, your elf eyes see the outline of about 24 wolves. Full-on wolves.
Perfect.
And
Wolves or wargs?
Wolves.
Wolves.
Cool.
Wolves. They're not attacking you, and they do not seem to be approaching or getting any closer. You're a large enough group, and you would look around and see that there are 2 elves that are still standing guard that
Mhm.
also have eyes on them, but
Mhm.
are not moving. They're far enough away that you wouldn't necessarily think of them as attacking right away.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
stalking.
It almost seems as though they're just sort of, they came upon you in travel. Beery, you would have no idea. You just see the eyes with your dwarf eyes, but Tanel with elf eyes, easy.
Do we have a fire going right now?
I would say the fire is still going, yes.
Okay.
You would keep that up constantly.
She, just to kind of like, I don't know, I'm just gonna try this. She just adds like a log to the fire to try to get it going a little bit more. Have the sparks kind of go up a little bit. Not like intimidation, but just, I know you're here.
Yep. As the fire grows, gets brighter, Beery, you start to notice the outline of these wolves, and Gollum takes a step or 2 back.
Beery puts a big old dwarf hand on Gollum's shoulder and like, hey, don't fret, my friend. They're just wolves. They're just curious. Don't. He's trying to calm them down.
Sharp teeth, bright mouths, long claws. No, no, we must run. No. Yes, no. Yes.
Hey, look at me. Nothing's gonna get to you. They have to go through me first.
Beery, as you're saying this, you and Tanel both notice that there is one wolf walking up very slowly. And Tanel, your elf ears would hear a sniff, just a very quiet sniff. Probably about 30-ish yards away at this point. Still pretty far,
Okay.
but inching closer.
Tanel takes a couple steps forward and whispers very quietly to Beery, "It's the time of the beasts, remember?"
Yeah.
And
Where's
she-
Gorge?
Gorge
You're
is right
right.
next to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Gorge is right next to you.
And she's not gonna say anything, but it's almost like intimidation that she's just standing there
So you get up out of your sleeping bag
Yeah.
and start standing there?
and I will stand by the fire and just like make eye contact to where I heard something coming forward
Mm-hmm.
and stand my ground.
The wolf approaches ever so slightly. And Tanel, off to your right, and Beery, you as well, you hear one of the elves standing guard draw one of his arrows out of his quiver. You see him knock it in his bow and very quietly says, "Lady Tariel." And Tariel, you would wake up and also see this wolf. But a moment after he says it, you hear from where the wolf is standing,
There is no need. Just passing through. Hello, Beery. Hello, Tanel. I see you've made friends.
and the wolf slowly starts to back away.
Do you
Did
recognize
the voice sound
voice?
familiar?
Yeah.
The voice does sound familiar, yes.
He knows all
Ariel is
that.
on her feet, but soundlessly. She's just up.
Okay.
Tanel kicks Halloweth's foot.
Ow.
Shit!
And she's got both hands on her knives, but she doesn't draw them. She sort of half draws them and looks at Beery and Tanel like, "You gonna say something?"
Why is
Tanel
that-
shakes her head.
Why is that wolf being weird? Why- Hello?
Halloweth?
Hello?
We've had a visitor.
Apparently
Our
so.
old pal.
Oh, which one? Who?
Guahia
Guahia.
was here.
Wait, is the
I don't know,
why is the
he
wolf?
Yeah, he was I don't know, doing something funny with a wolf, but it's not the wolf's fault.
As you're explaining this to Halloweth, you watch as this pack of wolves starts heading further to the east. Not trying to attack you, just going off
Oh,
They
into
know
the
where
distance.
nowhere to go. There's an army of beasts. Great, that's one.
Yep. They know where we are. They know where the
Who we're with.
civilians are.
We can assume he knows everything.
Yeah, if he's when the beasts are everywhere. There's no hiding from him.
Chanel looks at the horses at this point.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
I'm serious. I'm
In-
serious. Like,
inside
is
check.
there,
Inside
is there
check.
any
Inside
sort
check.
of like recognition? Are they afraid of the wolves?
Oh my
Beery.
goodness.
Beer's
Beery.
holding on
It's
to
a
Gorge.
Gandalf.
It's a Gandalf.
That's two
and
drinks.
a 6. And a
Amazing.
6.
Yeah, it's 2 drinks for live chat in this drinking game.
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures of them again. I stopped doing that, but I'm doing it again.
Tanel,
Mhm.
These are horses of Rivendell that were contained within Rivendell in the time of the catastrophe that was taking the eagles to Mordor. These
Mhm.
horses are fine. They
Perfect.
have not tried to kill you. They have not tried to talk. And unless
Well-
Gwai here is playing some sort of very long game, yeah, no,
All right,
you know
cool.
they're fine. Beery, as you notice Tanel going up to the horses. No, actually, I want that to happen organically.
Oh no. Great. Cool.
Make an awareness check for me, please.
Me?
Yeah.
Seven.
Oh
No.
god.
With
Oh,
a
no.
7, you notice that Gollum is looking at Gorge.
Okay,
No.
no. This is
No.
a proud bull of Erebol. Not to don't be troubled. He's good to go.
Gorge just kind of looks at you
See,
and slowly does a little quick turn like the dogs do when
Yeah.
they try and sleep, and just nestles down by the sleeping bag.
I mean, look.
Talking wolves, precious. Very dangerous. Yes, we must make our escape very soon. You are tied to the dwarf. Kill them. Kill them.
Yeah. Okay. Let's dial it back. But dial it back,
How
my
loud
friend.
does Gollum say this?
Loud enough.
Uh-huh.
Loud
Okay,
enough.
cool.
I would say that Tariel's soldiers instantly, because they're still tense anyway, just pivot and aim their arrows
Yep.
at Gollum.
Bows immediately drawn towards Gollum.
Here's getting in front. All right. We had a spell of talking wolves. There's no need to get brash here.
A spell of talking wolves?
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time, right? I mean, that's Middle Earth for you. I don't know. I'm new to it.
I'm not.
He did say the time of the beast was now at hand.
Was that him?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Did you all know that he had this peculiar ability?
No,
Not,
actually.
no. The only times he's spoken to us has been through those who have had the rings, which are all gone.
I will also remind you, there was
another time.
there was at Radagast's house. There was a moment where one of the wargs did speak to Beery, but if I'm remembering correctly, Beery, you were alone in that moment with
Oh, they don't know.
You were
Yeah,
with
they don't
Palando
know.
in that moment. You were with Palando in that moment.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it's animals that he might have had contact with or something like that. You know, don't get too paranoid. I mean, that would be a lot.
Either
Paranoid.
way,
As far as we know, he can now co-opt any animal in the land.
Well, I mean, let's hope not, right? I mean, we
He,
can't. What are we gonna do? Kill all the animals?
no, but he's moving east, which means he knows where they are. My original plan was if the armies were coming out of Mordor, we could bring the people back to Rohan. If we dispose of Wormtongue, perhaps we could bring them back here to Edoras, but if he is in control of wolves and Oliphants, then it can come from any side.
And nowhere is safe.
Yes.
So speed is our key.
Yes.
Hmm.
And there's
Okay.
nothing for it but to continue at once.
Mhm.
It might buy us some time still. I still think our direction is clear and good and sound. But speed is necessary, yes.
Let's continue to Edoras. We still need
We've
allies.
already come this far. We're on
Yes.
the doorstep of Edoras.
Yeah.
I mean, we could still bring them towards Edoras as well, the
Mm.
displaced, but again, it buys us a little bit of time. We have to be 3 steps ahead, and I fear that we are 2 steps behind.
We may have no way to solve the problem of the wolves, but certainly we can cut the head off the snake.
I agree.
Half plagiarism, but yes, I like that.
Tariel gives you a gold piece for your troubles.
Thank you. I just want some royalties. That's fine.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, so her people just start packing it up, extinguishing the fire. Let's.
You
get
all notice
going.
that Rayval has just pissed his pants.
Mhm. Yep, that's about right.
That'll make a great poem.
I know.
That's
Very good poem. Very good poem.
I'm
Ye-
thinking
ye
about
of the
brave
pissy
Sir
pants.
Robin, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I haven't seen that skit in a while.
There once was a
Oh.
wolf who could talk,
Oh,
and an
God.
elf.
Oh God, is
his
Rayval gonna
face
write
did
her?
balk.
Oh God, is Rayval gonna write her story?
Our legend,
Oh,
yes.
there is a guy who wrote the Ballad of Frodo the Nine-Fingered at the end of
Oh my
Return of the
God, I
King
think
book.
about that all the time.
That's
And from
right.
the cartoon
Mhm.
song of
Ugh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It
Uh,
sure is.
Hmm.
It sure is.
Question, Lore Master.
Answer.
Is it still the middle of the night?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is late in the
Oh, I
middle
thought it
of the
was
night.
dawn.
Have
It's approaching dawn,
pre-dawn.
but it's still
Okay.
it's in that still dark but not quite sunrise of the 4th day. You'll get to Meadowseld today, or
Okay.
this day.
Awesome. Let's ride.
I was about to say,
Let's do it.
Tanel,
Mhm.
as they're sort of packing up, goes to Beery and says, "You can still sleep, but you may have to share a horse with one of us so that you don't fall off."
What? Wait. What? So okay. What is Gollum gonna do? I'm just trying to think of.
There
what
is
was
the
the
cart.
On a horse.
There is the cart. There is the
Oh,
cart.
that's true. Yes.
I mean, Tan, if you want me to ride on your horse with you, you can just ask.
I just don't want you to fall while you're sleeping. What if we don't notice? And either way.
I'm just teasing you. I mean, it's a little bit of that fun game. That was a lot.
No, I understand, but it is coming from a place of concern. I know you need your sleep, and it's the middle of the night.
I'm at my best with like 3 hours. I'm at my absolute best.
Insight.
Yeah, I was about to
Make
say.
an insight check.
Like, how much is he yawning through this?
Yeah, I'm just imagine though, like Beery rides on Tanel's horse, and then Gollum is just.
Oh boy, that's not good. Oh no, I did it. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, beat it by 2.
Max, how good is Beery in the middle of the night on 3 hours of sleep? Truly.
Great.
I mean, I
Like
feel
that's where
a
he
dwarf would
thrives.
be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Seems
Dwarves
to
are
be.
stout. They're hardy.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Well, and
mhm.
also
Well-
like he's always thinking about things. So when inspiration hits, it might be 2:00 in the morning where he fires up the forge. Speaking of which, one of the things I had planned on the 3-day journey over was to work with that tin that he found.
Okay. Yeah. No, we can
If I may.
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
nothing
yeah.
extravagant.
No.
And also he wants to get Gollum involved to try and show him a thing or two. Has a very low melting temperature, tin does.
Okay.
And he's going to do a very light little casting into some dirt and sand and then hone it from there on in. But he's going to make a pure tin, which is not pretty soft, dagger. And he's going to try and make it look very ornate.
Okay.
and
So
show it.
just to be clear, you are making a sharp object not 2 days after
Don't worry.
Tariel confiscated all of your sharp objects after you handed one to Gollum and now you want to get Gollum involved in making the. I
Yes!
just want to make sure I've
a
got
quick
this.
Yes.
clarification.
Mhm.
Quick clarification. The dagger was dropped and it is still in Tanel's boot.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
No, just like pouring out of the crucible, like filling the cast. That's
sure.
That's
Go
it.
go ahead and make me a craft check, please.
it. Gladly.
Tin is not that, like, you can bend and break tin.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not gonna
Yeah,
do-
yeah.
It floats if it's thin enough.
yeah.
There's a reason.
Okay.
As you were, and then it's days later.
Well, I mean, you're
Yeah.
about to head to. We'll retcon this and basically
Mhm.
say this. Like, actually, let's say this. Tin,
20
you
23.
believe. Okay, 23. Tin, you believe Beery. Beery just, not going to be able to sleep tonight. Starts
Very well.
firing up the portable forge that you made for yourself on the hammer. And the rest of the elves would just kind of casually glance at the dwarf, and you're like, yeah.
Mm.
And with a 23 roll, I would say, yeah, you very easily craft a tin dagger.
Mm-hmm. Make it
I
look
have to-
real nice.
I have to wrap up soon, by the way. Just
Yeah,
I've just
yeah,
got a
yeah.
text, got to eat, and Hannah is hungry, and I
No worries. No worries. Yes. Max, would you care to elaborate on this, or should we go directly to the Edoras introductions?
Edoras.
Okay. With a tin dagger, a soft, floating tin dagger in your pocket, you sheath it, and actually, please roll me a d6.
Oh.
Why? 5.
5. What would you say you did with Gollum? You just got him involved in all of this and helping
Got him involved. I mean, he's still we're still tied up together.
You are.
I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. One
Just
wrist
but just
to
on the
another.
one, he's got him on a leash.
Yeah.
kind of a
Classic
thing.
internship.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unpaid.
Yeah. But he's
Yeah.
definitely trying, because especially after the episode, he's watching Gollum with a hawk. He did
Mhm,
not enjoy him breaking Beery's trust
Mm-hmm.
that way. That was not
Okay.
fun for Beery.
Okay.
So he's keeping a sharp eye on that little turd.
Okay.
5.
Would you roll on the d6? 5. Okay. All right. So the next morning, dawn. Don't worry about what that. Don't worry about that was. Don't give me that look. Don't worry about that was. I got my
All
own
right.
hidden
All right.
mechanics
All
that you're
right.
not able to see yet. But the next morning, the 3 elves notice Gollum seems slightly friendlier towards Beery. He's not sulking as much, but he's still sulking. Just there's a little more liveliness to him. We'll say you spend the better part of that day heading towards Edoras. Now I will ask, before we approach the gate of Edoras in the Golden Hall of Meadowsill, Tariel, would you be approaching alone with the other 3, leaving the rest of the elves out of view? Or would you be coming in a larger force of about a dozen or so?
We may need in character to know as we're approaching this, we may need a cover story. At least to grant us access. I don't think he's going to let us in so willingly. Or we sneak in.
Well, how far away from Meadowsill are we? At this point?
I'd say you would see it off in the distance, couple of miles, but nothing too close that you'd be caught. You'd be able to tell the other elves to just stay here if you wanted them to stay out of sight, if you didn't want to bring 2, because again, you had previously discussed, it's been a few weeks, so I just want to remind you, you had previously discussed approaching with a large army, a show of force, a small group like an embassy, or posing as travelers or a smaller-ish group. You could bring Rayval with you.
No.
No.
Someone's gonna have to write of our.
Yeah, I was
expert.
about to say he's got to live so he can write our tale.
Right. Given that, do we see any sentries or guards or anything, even as far away as we are?
As far away as you are, I'll ask the elves to give me awareness checks, because I think at this distance, Beery, you wouldn't be able to see, but the elves might have a better sense. Tanel. Are you about to make the live
Uh-huh.
chat drink twice?
That's another Gandalf.
I also got a Gandalf.
Hey!
Whoa!
Drink
I've
3
got an Eye of
times.
Sauron.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
That's 4
Tariel.
then.
Wow.
I rolled a
6.
7 all told.
Oh my
Ooh, oh
god.
gosh.
Okay. So,
So I'm gonna rely on these two.
Ariel, your hangover is still with you all
Yeah.
these days later.
Yeah.
The dwarf smelled pretty nice though. You still haven't quite free. Anyway, Halloweth, to know. You would notice as you gaze out upon Edoras that this is the first human city you've come upon. And it is pretty desolate looking. Rohan gets a lot of its livelihood from the river. The villages are by the river. The villages are very self-sufficient. There are forests nearby. There are, farms within. It's basically like a self-sustaining every village, and then they trade in between with what else they need. The area around Edoras, though, is a mess. There are muddy boot prints for 50 yards out, as if the giant caravan had camped there. And you do notice that there is a trail heading east, almost the way you came from Edoras to where the trail leads, where the caravan is currently. But with 2 Gandalfs, I will say you notice that there are 6 sentries by the front gate and several others posted outside the gate with ladders, almost as if they are sort of outside scouts trying to see from below.
Mm-hmm.
Unclear why they are outside of the safety of the gate, though, at this point. But with an awareness check, I'd see you say about a dozen human. About a dozen humans, yes.
Are they all Rohirrim? Just
as far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay.
As we're looking along, Tanel, knowing that she's a little bit sheltered, sort of steps back and says, how would they take someone who is not in the royal lineage taking over? Could we even perhaps persuade these sentries to let us through? If they know of our plan? I know not much of their culture or how they would accept this, but is it a thought?
I
Yes, Brother Jean.
expect that all who are left are those who have always been least loyal to the king and whose loyalty was easily bought.
That's very true.
It seems unlikely that we could offer them anything better than whatever they've been paid or however they've been persuaded to stay here against whatever better judgment they may once have had.
We could threaten them.
We
Fear
could
is a
threaten them.
powerful weapon.
But I think perhaps there's another language these men, and many men, are more likely to speak. And at that, she turns and looks with an ill-favored look upon Gollum and says, we do have some leverage. We do have a hostage. Perhaps something that might be of interest to their lord.
Now, Toriel, are you suggesting it's a good thing that we have our friend here?
I don't know that your friend here would think it a good thing, what I'm about to propose.
Well, don't hurt him.
I won't if he doesn't resist me.
All right, what's the plan?
We simply walk up to the gates of Meduseld and offer them a gift.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode of the Unpredicted Party.
That I love it. No, I do.
Thank you all so
Sorry,
much for
Gollum.
joining us.
Wow.
Oh,
Join us on Patreon for the after party. We've been filming for a
Yes,
while though,
feels
so there might
cold.
not be one. All right, are you all good? I know Zach,
Short
you have
one?
to go, but
I'm good.
yeah,
I mean, I
Let's
gotta
rock.
I gotta go to the little elves room, but other than
Mhm.
that,
okay, we'll keep it short. But join us on Patreon for the Unpredicted After Party, where we get to discuss the episode, the juicy secrets, the poetry, the plans ahead. Thank you all so much for joining us. Goodbye.
goodbye.